hearing other people's stories, and I always have. And this was one of my motivations to become a therapist, sharing people's stories, sharing people's perspective. Because I feel like you can learn so much from other people, even if they are different from you, or maybe their path or their perspective isn't exactly the same. And it can inspire you to do something different in your life. I love helping other people realize their visions and taking steps to bring that vision to life. Welcome to another episode of Thriving Outside the Box. I am Dr. Kimberly Grocher, your host, and this is the final episode of season 1 of this podcast. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has listened thus far on this journey. Thank you to all of the amazing people in my network who have offered me their time, who have shared their stories, who have lended a bit of their expertise and provided inspiration for myself, as well as many of my listeners. As several of you have reached out to me over the past few months and really shared with me what resonated with you, what you're taking into your own journey, and what it has inspired for you to do next or differently in your own life. So again, just want to say thanks. Wanted to share a little bit about how this came together because I know there were some questions. So I have been wanting to do a podcast for many years, since 2017. And the thought of what it would be about changed shape so many times over those years. And it was really just a fear of getting it off the ground. And so early on, when I first talked about doing a podcast, my brother-in-law, Gregory Brooks Jr., who was a musician and a sound engineer in his part-time life, that was his passion, his love, he actually gave me several tracks to use in my future podcast. Unfortunately, last December 2024, Greg passed away in his 40s from cancer. And so the loss of him, coupled by the loss of my father a few months before, really put the battery in my back and helped me to realize that I needed to just do it. I needed to, one, get my brother-in-law's work out there into the world and sharing the gift that he gave for me, the gift that he intended to be shared with the world, and also recognizing that I have something to say and other people have something to say that other people need to hear. And maybe I'm that avenue. As my father used to always tell me, do your thing, get it out there. Don't stop, don't look back. You know what you're here to do. You know what you've been called to do. So now it's up to you to do it and not worry about the rest. And so that's what I did with this podcast over the last 6 months. So I hope this journey inspires somebody else. I started this using Zoom. I grabbed some people I knew who I was inspired by and said, hey, would you allow me to interview you? And this is what it's about. Everybody I asked was so gracious and gave me their time and were very excited. I had a couple of people who I interviewed during, challenging times in our society where sharing their story could be detrimental to their own position, who still allowed me to put it out there. I'm just, again, incredibly grateful and did one of the things I talked to other people about, my clients that I work with, and that is just do the thing. Just do the thing. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of us who are leaders and high achievers and creatives, sometimes we get stuck on perfection and that it has to look this way, it has to be this way. And then you look out there and then you see a lot of what's out there is not as great as it could be, right? But people are doing it and they're putting it out there and people are responding to it and engaging with it. So just do the thing and fix it up as you go, right? Or make changes and shifts and polish it as you get started. I'm looking forward to season 2, which will be out early next year, 2026. I'm sure there will be a few things I do differently in season 2. I plan to still center the stories of people who have created their own path. I'm excited about the interviews I already have lined up. I will be doing more solo episodes. There are things that I want to share that I find myself sharing over and over and over. And so maybe if I just put it in this one format, it can be shared repeatedly. And yeah, me and my team, we have some other ideas as well. So we'll see. But I hope you really enjoyed this season. I'll be reposting episodes over the next few months so you can go back and listen. And as always, thank you for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you next season.